Pre-Accelerator Startup is especially useful for founders who have never built a business before and don't know what to expect being an entrepreneur.
It's kind of like if you are a smaller child, if they are playing at the playgrounds, so often the developer of the playgrounds provide sand floor so that if they fall down or such thing, they will be not injured that much. So it's the same kind of this program.
One of the ways we have to collaborate is to create an environment where they can learn from each other. We also encourage in our trainings a lot of peer-to-peer learning where they get a lot of feedback and comments from their own peers. And besides that, we also encourage them to be friends.
So I really want to say a big thank you to TEGAS for doing this, because I can see that how a program like this is going to help the entrepreneurs one day. We are now planting the seeds, and I look forward to reaping, harvesting it together with you one day.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause, please. And ladies and gentlemen, just to share, today's event is very, very special indeed. On a beautiful Sunday, just to let you know, this Pre-Accelerator Bootcamp is streaming live, not only on the TEGAS Digital Village Facebook, but also streaming live on TVS. Yeah? So, give them the best show today. Ladies, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, hadirin yang dimuliakan, we would like now to kindly invite the Honorable Dr. Jerip Anak Susil, Deputy Minister of Transport and Deputy Chairman of TEGAS, to deliver the opening speech. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause, please.
Sound testing. Okey. Terima kasih Jerip Anak Majlis, salam bahagia, salam sejahtera dan salam seraku sayang Ibu Pertiwiku. Saya mengucapkan semua yang hadir pada pagi ini. Good morning to you all and greetings, and it's not too late for me to wish you happy Gawai, Gayu Guru Garanyamai, to all of our Dayak friends who are celebrating Gawai. Gawai ends until end of June. Mr. Mansoor Hayat Khan, Acting CEO of TEGAS, and let me also welcome to Mr. Kamarul A Muhamed, CEO of Aerodyne Group. I think we all know that's one of the top D3 providers in the world, perhaps the next unicorn of our Malaysian in Malaysia. I think we all know what D3 stands for, which means drone, data, and digital technology. Thank you for flying all the way from Japan just now, I understand. Thank you for coming. You have a very tight schedule, but you have given us your time to be with us here and to inspire all of us in all of us Anak Sarawak here. Let me say also welcome to all the colleagues and friends from the federal and state agencies who are here with us to join us in this boot camp. Not forgetting our ecosystem partners, they are very important to us as well. And they are the ones who ensure that everything runs in a coordinated manner. Distinguished members of the media, I understand that it is under live from TVS, our Sarawak TV. And last but not least, our top 10 startups. Where are all the 10 startups? All here? They all look very nervous. Give them a round of applause. Huh? And congratulations that you can make it up to here. The startups of the 223, the fifth batch of the bootcamp. I'd like to start by expressing my excitement today to officiate this occasion. And I'm given the privilege to say that I'm pleased to see all of you to come here. To me, it is a signal of the Sarawak government's persistent and consistent effort in promoting digital innovation and entrepreneurships in line with the Sarawak Post-COVID Development Plan Strategy 20 until 2030. This is a very important part of our strategy so that we begin to see in the years go by many of our startups building up our economy together in the digital world. Today's event is all about uplifting and supporting our Sarawakian youth, young people and entrepreneurs to bring potential startups, not just startups, but ideas into reality. And we will witness brilliant pitches by our top 10 startups who are here this morning from all over Sarawak later today. Unfortunately, I wouldn't be around, but I'm sure as time goes by, we will come to know who they are and who are the winners as time goes by. I am also very proud of all the participants who participated in this program for the past 6 days. You have been here for the past 6 days. Mansoor, where do they stay? All over? All over, but they come stay 6 days here, and otherwise we could have stayed in a hostel in the future. Yeah. Syabas and Tanya, diucapkan kepada semua, and this is a truly a reflections of our capability and potential of Anak Sarawak in driving Sarawak's economic growth. This is a very important part of our program, and we are glad that you are able to make it. But more importantly, you dare to come. I think one of the thing that we find out that people are not willing to adventure into new things and not willing to start something that is different. But the fact that you are able to make it is an encouragement to us. Without your participation, our objectives of what we have in mind for our post-COVID will not come to pass. Ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, business funded by entrepreneurs are always the pearls of our economy, contributing to GDP first of all, and creating employment and opportunities for everyone. Let's remember that whatever startup you have, it will have a multiple effect in many ways later on. So what you do and your innovative spirit, your ability to look into things in a different light, and some of them might be disruptive system, but that is the way you move forward. Otherwise, we shall be left behind. And the Sarawak state government has long recognized this, for that matter, and has worked hard to support and encourage local entrepreneurs. And then we have initiatives by the government through TEGAS, which is this setup here, to include the establishment of TEGAS Digital Village, the Digital Innovation Hub in Kuching, in Bintulu, and in Miri, where we provide access to various programs to accelerate the growth of early-stage startups and social enterprises in Sarawak. In other words, we want to create an environment. Gone were those days where we look forward to our Kuala Lumpur counterparts, where we can present ourselves. But now it is right at our own backyard, where we look at innovative young people. And today we are proud to say this is the 5th batch, and the first batch was a successful one. Until now, we know that this is the 5th batch, which means it shall be many batches to come. And the first batch, they are already selling high. And hopefully the 5th batch, you will do similar likewise as well. We believe we are in the right track in supporting our government to achieve the vision of a thriving society driven by data and innovativeness by the year 2030. It is the way forward, and our Premier is very visionary in looking into this. We are very fortunate to have this digital village to create the environment, to create the ecosystem. But above all, we are very fortunate to have friends like us, people like Aerodyne and many others, who come and join hands with us and provide the hands-on experience to look into that all of us, we have the right way forward in terms of innovating ideas. It is our hope, of course, that our initiatives together with those of our ecosystem partners such as Cradle Fund Sendirian Berhad and Watchtower and Friends, will help Anak Sarawak elevate their business to greater heights. TEGAS, for that matter, will continue its effort to empower startups and enhances the digital innovation and entrepreneurships ecosystem through public and private partnerships, a model that we have been adopting since day one in our batch, the first batch. I'm pleased to announce that the top 5 winners of the TEGAS Pre-Accelerator Bootcamp for this year, Demo Day Batch number 5, we receive a very special grant from our partner Cradle via the My Startup Sarawak initiatives amounting to 2,500 each. 2,500 each. Then My Startups platform is a national project initiated by the Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, that is MOSTI, and developed by Cradle. Thank you, MOSTI and Cradle, for the continued support to our program. Thank you for them, to all of them. Give them a clap for this. Winners will also enjoy free access to TEGAS Digital Village in Kuching and TEGAS Digital Innovation Hub in Bintulu and in Miri, as well as other perks such as company incorporation, support from TEGAS. I would also like to thank all our ecosystem partners, not forgetting them, they are very important players together with us, for their contribution in building the state digital ecosystem, and I hope to see many more years of partnership with you all. Where are they? Our ecosystem partners, are they here? They're back there. Thank you for that. Give them a round of applause. They are a very important part. Without them, I think we are not able to create this kind of system and ecosystem together. But today is not about TEGAS or its strategic partners. It is about you, about the young entrepreneurs sitting before me and their innovative solutions, so that I will keep this short and sweet. So I wish all of you the best. Look forward to an inspiring morning. Together, we will innovate Sarawak. And on that note, I'm happy to officiate this event. Thank you. All the best to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for the Honorable Dr. Jerip Anak Susil, Deputy Minister of Transport and Deputy Chairman of TEGAS, for the official speech. Thank you, sir. A round of applause, please, once more time. Such an inspiring opening remarks, yeah, officiating this Pre-Accelerator Bootcamp batch number 5, yeah. Jadi all of this way forward is for the better of Sarawak, yeah, supaya kita sama-sama memajukan anak-anak Sarawak to go to the international and global stage to bring Sarawak's name to greater heights. So ladies and gentlemen, we shall now move on, yeah, to our next segment for today. We would like now to invite to deliver the keynote address. Please welcome on stage Mr. Kamarul A Muhamed, founder and CEO of Aerodyne Group.
Can I? Yeah, I like to walk. Okay, very good morning, Datuk Dr. Jerip Anak Susil, Cik Mansur Hayat Khan, and friends, fellow entrepreneurs in the group, in the room this morning. I actually just arrived from Japan last night, and I have not even gone home yet. And straight away comes here. That's actually what we want to do for entrepreneurship. You know, entrepreneurs, we don't rest. You know, you just have to do until you get your mission, right? Until you achieve your objective. So I'm actually going to change this as well. This was changed by my team, but I'm going to change it back to your original title, which is, what was the original title? Advancing Humanity the Aerodyne Way. So I'm going to be talking about that as well, because I wanted to share the challenges that we went through and how we actually solved them as well, because this is a realm for the criminally insane. right? Because you want to do entrepreneurship, it's tough. You know, the success rate after 5 years is only 4%, right? So only those that survive will get there. And I want to share that determination and drive. How do we make sure that we can achieve this, right? So anyway, I'm going to share 4 points only, right, this morning. This is based on my own personal experience as well, right? Number one is that all of us must have very strong sense of purpose. You will be rejected. You will be disrespected in the beginning, but you must keep going because you have clear sense of purpose. You don't care what people tells you about you, what people talk behind you as well. You have a clear vision. You know where you want to go. People will respect you. So for that, you need to have a clear North Star, where you are going. So that sense of purpose will allow you to navigate through the fog of uncertainty. That's actually a very, very important thing. Point number 2, you also need a team. You alone, we alone as the founders, we can't do this. We need to build good people around us. Good, trusted people around us. Then our good, trusted people around us have to build their own team again. So building the right team is of a paramount importance as well. Building strong team is key. If you're not able to do this, we will fail. I can assure you that. Right? Remember, only 4% are successful. All right? At Aerodyne, our vision is about how can we advance humanity using our drone intelligence. How do we use our drone technology, how we use our data technology to provide transformation for our customers. How do I define transformation? I call it in Japanese, sorry, because I just got back from Japan. It's Haya Yasui Umai Anzen. What does it mean? We deliver a solution that is faster, better, cheaper, and safer. All right? That is transformation. If we deliver a solution that makes sense, people will come and use us. Right? So that's the most important thing. So today, I do work in agriculture. In just short period of time, we have been able to increase yield for our customer. Significant, from 30% to 60% over. Durian, a lot of durian lovers in here. For one durian farm, we increased yield just by 30% in just a couple of months of operating through us. So that's actually agriculture. And of course, we do security. In fact, I've been here in Sarawak many times before this as well, but talking about how we can help address security issue at the border, especially we have Nusantara coming up, how to make sure that our rights are protected and all that. So we have solutions for that too. We do a lot of infrastructure work. We take care of power line, we take care of telco tower, and so on and so forth. And last but not least is a new solution for us, which is logistics. Logistics is very exciting. Morgan Stanley suggests that this industry alone is going to be worth $1 trillion by 2040. So we want to have a part of that as well, right? Okay. Anyway, so point number two, we must have goals, we must have discipline and consistency. If you don't have this, again, we will fail. Let me share with you. We have to swap dreams for goals, because dream alone does not make things happen, right? You must have that discipline. You must have that consistency to keep going. Let me just share with you our own journey. Our own journey has been littered with challenges along the way. So all of those explosion, you see, I call it explosion. You see the technology, the delivery, the scaling issue, all of those are serious problems. If you are not able to solve them, it could be the end of us. It's like playing games. Hands up, who play games, right? Everybody plays games, I'm sure, right? You are tech people, you play games. So those explosions are like you are at the meeting the level boss. You kill the level boss, you migrate to the next level, right? So it's the same thing. So in your startup journey, you will face a lot of challenge as well. You need to solve the challenge, then you grow to the next level. So in order to do this, I put down 3 points there. Dreams without goals are just dreams. Ultimately, it will just fuel disappointment. So you must have goals. We must have goals. Point number 2, on the road of achieving these dreams, we also must apply discipline. Because if we don't apply discipline, we will not even start. And how do we finish this? We must have consistency. If we do not have consistency, we will then stop halfway again, and we will give up. Because when the going gets tough, you give up. Instead of when going gets tough, you keep going. Right? So you must have goals, discipline, and consistency. Right? So we went through all of that as well. And in doing so as well, we built the right people that can take us throughout this journey, because this is a very, very tough journey as well, right? This plan, our global aspiration plan, was hatched in 2018. I was in the UK at that time. I was sitting down with a few co-founders and some colleagues as well. I said, hey, before this period, we were a Malaysian company. 2018, we decided that we wanted to be global. So we just sketched on paper. This is where we are today. From 2018 to where we are today, you saw the sketch earlier. It's just a simple sketch like that. This is where we wanted to go, and this is where we are today. So we have now operations in 37 countries, offices in 8 countries along the world. It's not easy. It's tough. Even today, I wake up every day still at 4 o'clock in the morning. I belong to the 4 a.m. club. It's just so many things to do. But you are driven because you want to prove, in my case, I want to prove that Malaysians can do this. We can do this, right? Yeah, I want to prove that Malaysians can also be global champion, right? So that's what we did. Anyway, let's go to the next point. You look at that. I talk about clear goals. That was me, just one person in the organization, in the company. And this is where we are today, right? So we can do this. Despite a lot of things that are going against us, we can do this. So you need to get reminder all the time. So this was some of my reminder. Every time I come across on Facebook or on Instagram, I will capture them. I will paste it on my wall to remind me that I have to keep going because it is really, really, again, a very tough undertaking. I will not go through detail, but we'll share this if you all want to go through the detail, right? But point number three is that integrity is very important. We must have the right culture and identity. You need to build your own culture and identity. You need to hire the right people. You need to train them. You need to retrain them. It's all, again, about team. If you do not have the right team, we will fail again, right, as well. Culture of high integrity, I talk about that. I like to be bearer of good news, but I want to share a little bit about, I just came back from Japan, where one of the key take-home message from that boot camp among top entrepreneurs around the world is a culture of giving instead of culture of taking, and a culture of integrity as well. I want to share one very sad fact. I know we talked about positive news just now. Let me talk about some news that perhaps we can all together change this as well. At Aerodyne, we have done 21 investment around the world, 21 M&A, because our growth earlier is actually by us investing in companies, then we can grow exponentially. We have done 21 investment, only 2 fail, which is fine. You know, startup, you know, right? Success rate is very, but in our case, only 2 fail, and those 2, unfortunately, only both Malaysian. We make investment around. What are the issues? They are all integrity issues. So I think we must, you know, set the standards and have high integrity in whatever that we do. So point number 3 out of 4, integrity is key to survival. Even as startup, we must uphold integrity as the highest order of priority for us as well, right? Last but not least, okay, not last. Okay, this is my formula. This is what we do at Aerodyne. How do we bring a culture of integrity? How we bring in culture of innovation within Aerodyne? I will not go through detail right now, but we have actually a formula. We created a formula. How to make sure that everyone within the organization have the same mindset. Of course, diversity is very important, but how do we make sure that everyone is aligned? If there's one thing that you can take home from this, is this simple word that says 1V 99A. What does it mean? In whatever that we do, it's only 1% vision in terms of our effort. The other 99% of the effort is A. What's A? Alignment. We have to keep doing alignment again and again to make sure that our vision are aligned with everyone within the organization. And this is the formula that we do at our organization. It could be different with you all, but remember about that. But integrity and alignment, very, very important. Okay, and last but not least, the 4 points that I wanted to share with all of you is that we must be highly adaptable. We must change all the time. We must be ready to change. We must be ready to innovate because the world changes at unprecedented pace today. If you don't do this, we can get left behind. What is right today may not be right next month, next quarter, or next year. We must have that open-mindedness, right? So we change again, we change all the time as well. In fact, at Aerodyne, you can see from here, we started as just a drone as a service company. Of course, this is top secret. I cannot share my strategy in the public, but I'm just saying that we have been adapting and changing ourselves from just drone as a service, then we started to have our software technology and a greater focus into technology and so on and so forth. So remember guys, 4 things, right? So this is actually the key to becoming successful, at least from my own personal experience. With that, thank you very much.
Gentlemen, a big round of applause again for Mr. Kamarul A Muhamed, founder and CEO of Aerodyne Group. Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, the moment we all have been waiting for, sir, has finally arrived. So startups, are you ready? Macam belum ready ya. Are you ready? I can't hear you. Mesti mau semangat. One more time I'm going to ask you. Startups, are you ready? That's more like it. So ladies and gentlemen, we are about to kick off the TEGAS Pre-Accelerator Bootcamp batch number 5, Startup Pitches. So each presenter shall be given 7 minutes to present. The first bell shall be rung at 5 minutes. I think we need louder. Okay. The second bell will ring at 6.5 minutes, which means you have 30 seconds left to wrap up. And the stop bell will ring until you stop talking. Okay? So please finish your startups pitches within the time frame given. And fellow judges, are you ready? Yes? All right. So fellow judges, you may take turns to ask one question to each startup, yeah? So tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, without any further delays, we shall kick off the startup pitches. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause from FarmBest, Safrizaman bin Muhammad.
Thank you, MC, for the warm welcome. Our honorable guests, judges, fellow trainers from pitch-ins, and even for my fellow founders, and our future investors. So, I'm Safri from FarmBest. So, what is FarmBest, actually? Basically, FarmBest, we breed, farm, and sell free-range chicken, or what we call as ayam kampung, meat by applicating the smart farming technologies. So, our chicken will be the first thing is organic, clean, ethical, high quality, and the most important thing is affordable. Yeah. So, what's the main issue? Why we choose to explore the ayam kampung? The first thing is, yeah, the main issue, or we call it the opportunities. There are shortage of supply for chicken meat. For the last 3 days, this has been in the news. There's been a deficit of 20% in the market. For this is actually for broiler chickens. So we come up with the new initiative to exploring the business of ayam kampung. Secondly, consumers are demanding for healthier choice of protein source. So there are shortage of supply for the conventional chickens, we call the broiler chickens. So we give initiative for the consumers. And then even in the articles also, they're looking high protein content in the chicken meats. And lastly, healthier and ethical farming is the current trend. In the West world right now, it's a trend. So to be ethical, to be organic, to be clean. So we are going to get all this thing. So what is our solutions? The first thing is really direct. So we breed and farm free-range chicken, especially in Sarawak. Secondly, we applicate the technology in farming. We call it smart farming. Not just our phone becomes smart, not just the TV becomes smart, our farming should be smart too. As Mr. Kamarul already get just now, the first things that I focus are soil agriculture. And thus, we offer the zero waste initiative, especially to farmers, to the supermarket owners, Sago farm industries, and also household. Sadly, we Malaysians, we waste so much food. Okay, we waste so much food until there are a lot of within the statistics, so we offer the zero waste solutions even to the household. So for the market size opportunities, the first thing that we are focusing is consumers. Of course, we directly sell our meat to consumers. And also retailers say, why not? It's a huge market there. Restaurant owners that can offer a new type of menu, the healthier menu, the organic menu. And also the entrepreneur that can offer a new variants of chicken product. So maybe we can looking forward after we entering the markets a year of 2 years afterward, maybe we can see in the market that surrounding ayam kampung made in Sarawak. Why not? And lastly, so the group of growth, after we be counting, they are more than 40%. So our mission is actually quite simple. We want to enter the markets within 2024, January next year. And also we want to supporting the food securities initiative, especially by the governments. So we are supporting the governments from the Sarawakians. So our revenue models will be sales to consumers, retail, and the list that's go on just now. And consultations. We have the expertise, we have the tech, we are going to share it with others so that we can grow together. So this is what we call as a timeline, or what I call as a journey to glory. So within May 2023, me and my fellow founders, we keep discussing what we should do, what should, as a young people, as a students, we need to do something, we need to change the world. You know, typical students, we want to change the world, but we cannot change our life also. So we want to start by the pre-idea generation. So we're exploring a lot kind of things. We want to farm cattle, even the catfish, but sadly we Sarawakian only eat ampurau. So we don't eat the normal fish. Okay. So during August 2023 to December this year, we want to generate the ideas, we want to research more, we want to read more, we want to meet a lot of expertise. And the January 2024, we want to entering the markets, or what we call as a pre-seed level. So for Kickstart Fund, honestly, we are looking for a Kickstart Fund in maximum of 150,000. Sounds good? Yeah. So for the usage of funds, of course, the integrity as emphasized by Mr. Kamarul just now. Firstly is to kickstart our operations. So we need lands, we need minimum size of lands so that this can generate products and sales. And also the consultation and certifications, of course, by selling the meat, the food, we need all of these consultations, whether it be clean, whether it's can be entering the markets, so ensuring the quality and efficiency. So ads and promotions, so that we need to announce to people that we are here, we are the new products, we give you choice, so that we can branding and advertisement revenue. And also some of it we can use for technologies. So this we can get a lower operation cost at the smart farming. Lastly, expansion. Of course, this one to generating revenue and ensuring return of investment. We call it ROI. So this is basically a prototype of our landing page. And also this is a team. We consist of 4. So we got the engineering student, actually the software engineers, but the most importantly is our advisors, Dr. Nazamuddin alias. She is not here with us today. He's an expertise, ex-veterinarian, so expertise in the industry. So in case you are interested or you need to explanation more, actually we are here until the afternoon. We can meet later. We can meet my team's members also. So that's all from me. From us, thank you. I'll give you back to the MC. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Safri. Please remain on stage. Safri, there is a question. Jangan jalan dulu. So we will open the floor to the fellow judges. Yeah, you can ask one question to the startup, fellow judges.
Testing. Boleh dengar? Okay. Now, first of all, I think you have clarity in terms of your purpose, very well articulated, but the how is not very clear. How are you going to execute this plan of yours? Maybe just a high level, 10 seconds. How are you going to execute this plan?
Okay, firstly, we want to start ourselves, maybe like a small scale, like maybe 50s to 100s of the ayam kampung kitchen. So it's because ayam kampung is resist to disease, we want to try first. That's why I have the timeline to so on. Maybe we start, and then if people see how our operations goes. And
so what you are saying is that you're going to be running the operation yourself?
Yeah, we will be running our operations.
Okay.
Yeah,
right,
that's one.
Hello? Okay. Hi. Okay, again, great execution, great spirit, great movement and usage of the slides and all. And I was in Friday. I think you took a lot of our notes on making the slide more popping. But I think I noticed that most of your teams are all co-founders. I would probably want to see more of what each co-founder is going to do and executing the actual farming. I think the strategy part is a bit unclear how you're gonna run this.
So I want to explain
Yeah,
now.
probably if you can wrap it up on that. Thank you.
Yeah, firstly, so Mr. Amirul Fikri, he's here with us, actually our founders. He's the main idea of this. So he want to explore us because we can settle all our operations with him. And we have our friends here, Hafiq. Actually, he's a software engineer. So he will be getting all the technologies. And Adam here is mechanical engineering students. Actually, quite good in finance and numbers. Also, actually, for me, myself, I'm studying in mass communication, actually. So we cater all the brandings, marketing, and how to create the identity. So that's all. And then, for now, our main advisors is Dr. Nazumuddin Alias. Actually, now he's a school principal, high school in Kuching. Also, he's an ex-veterinarian, expertise in the tech. That's how he also will become a bridge for us with Institute Pertanian Sarawak, IPS. Yeah.
Testing. Can you hear me? Okay, so a little bit of comment from my side. First of all, it's a good slide. The flow of the pitch is quite good. But then my comment number one is that for a startup, speed is everything. And when you say that you are entering market in next year, it's like 6 months from now. So it's not sexy enough. It's good if you can start with a very small scale, not with 150,000, maybe just like few thousand ringgit, start something, start MVP. From what I see is that your MVP is your website, right? But for me, the MVP is actually how you can grow your business, not only that website. Meaning that maybe how you can source for chickens and so on. I do understand that you want to have your own chicken, but maybe as a start, you buy from someone else, and I don't know. Meaning that get the business running, just generate like few thousand ringgit is enough. Don't be too ambitious yet. Try to test something first. That's what we call MVP, not only to have that a simple landing page. That's my comment lah. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
Sorry,
thank
thank
you,
you.
fellow judges. A round of applause again for Safri from FarmVest. Thank you, judges, for the questions and also advice. You guys are very, very lucky, you know. 10 years ago when we were growing up, nak buat business, tak ada orang mau ngajar. Betul tak? Betul. So today's platform is wonderful, yeah? And you are trained and coached by great, great entrepreneurs, yeah? And hopefully, wishing you all the best in your journey. So are we ready for the next presenter? Yes? If you are ready, he is ready too. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Tikuan Alif Hilman.
Hello and good morning, everybody. So you've been to the Sarawak Cultures Museum, right? So there's 1,001 things to see there. And the building is a shining golden building on top of a hill. It contains all of our artifacts, everything, and it costs 308 million ringgit to build. That is how much Sarawak cares about cultural tourism. So, there are many problems with Sarawak cultural tourism that we'd like to fix. We've found 3 key problems that are easily fixable by our solution. So, the first, planning a holiday trip is a hassle. Well, even just within Kuching, planning the whole trip thing, we don't even know where to go. What if we miss something nice? And where are things even at? Number 2, reality is not enough. Wouldn't it be nice if something that could not feasibly exist, like very old historical artifacts, something very large, or something very fragile, could be displayed? And number 3, the engagement is lacking. I'm sure many people, if you go to even the Sarawak Cultures Museum, which is very big, advanced, and one of the biggest in the world, I think. So the engagement is lacking. There's a lot of interactive experiences, but ultimately a lot of the non-interactive pieces, they just take up space. Next. So our solution, Mata Kuching, a mobile augmented reality tour guide. What do? Number one, we show them the attractions. We make getting to know Sarawak faster and easier. People will know what's there to explore about Sarawak. Number two, enhanced reality. We're using Microsoft Azure's technology, spatial anchors, to just use some persistent AR technology. So it's really easy to put stuff in augmented reality. And well, what's interesting about it is the AR technology is persistent, which means if there's an object, everyone will access it with the same location, everyone will see it with the same thing. There are no QR codes to scan or anything. It just knows you by location thanks to the spatial anchors. And number three, create an interactive experience. We have the current implementation includes a headhunting minigame, which encourages further exploration and interaction within Sarawak. Sarawak, more to discover, right? So what are solution? Well, another 3 reasons. First of all, it is an enormous market, especially a local market that can easily be tapped. Like it says here, Sarawak targets 3 million visitors by 2023, bringing in 7.25 billion tourism receipts, 7.25 billion ringgit in tourism receipts. Now, 7.25 billion ringgit, not just the money, but the jobs, the opportunity, the growth for who? Sarawakians. That's what. Number 2, everyone wants it. You see, the digitization of Sarawak and also the cultural tourism is supported by not just one government initiative, but 2. So yes, 2 for the price of 1. And of course, the third one, it definitely brings in a lot of profit. So, this is just budget plan. We'll gloss over this. So, what we have right now is this. So, these aren't just prototype screenshots. These are actually screenshots of the MVP. It already exists. We just need to polish it up. And then what we need is support, interest, and funding. We have a bunch of long-term plans for the project as well, and should it provide viable and successful. And lastly, we'll make it quick. Why us? Well, because we're not just IT people. We care about Sarawak, and we have some artistic background. We know, we care deeply about the culture of Sarawak, and we know what the industry can provide and what the industry needs providing. So yes, thank you. Let's start with the questions.
So we give the floor to the judges to ask the questions and comments.
Okay, hi Alif.
Hello.
Right. I'm not really clear how actually you can monetize from this business. Can you elaborate about that?
Okay. So how we plan to monetize from this business is, well, the main thing, we partnership with the Sarawak Tourism Board. Of course, that's the main thing. But there are alternate monetization options that we actually want to pursue as well, which is we charge people to put their AR or their attractions onto the featured thing. So people will it will also like advertise, promote all of the features of Sarawak, the tourism attractions. So yeah, So there's especially attractions that are less well known. We can make a new market. Yeah, so we can just charge people to put their AR stuff on our servers. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, thank you. I think that was a very good question from my colleague, fellow judge earlier as well. But I just want to suggest that you should go. You should be thinking bigger as well. Of course, Sarawak is the main focus of what you want to do now, but scalability of your model is something that you should be thinking. So of course, you focus Sarawak first, but you want to be thinking how, and you want to have clear a strategy for this as well, so that you can actually expand this beyond Sarawak, or maybe even beyond the shores of the country, beyond Malaysia.
So thank you for that. So the Sarawak thing, yes, we wanted to start with this because it seems like a very relevant offer, but the technology can be scaled up. There are many things that we could build on from this. Thank you.
Am I allowed to ask?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Now, I understand this is going to be a platform for tourism products and tourism and for tourists. And I just want to be very clear about this, because when you talk about platform, I'm concerned, because when you talk about platforms afterwards, the question is how seamless would that be? How seamless?
How seamless? The AR.
I imagine myself, I am from Japan. I want to come over to Sarawak. I click onto your platform. Then I'm talking about my flights, talking about my stay, talking about who will pick me up. I'm talking about various other things which will make my travel comfortable, cheap, available, but
most of all, a wonderful experience.
Yeah.
All right, so due to limitations, it's quite a lot difficult to, do the hotel thing, do the flight, do the transportation. There are way too many factors to consider, way too many people to work with, and what we have right now, especially with our plans and our budget, it's not really that possible, but we hope to expand in the future, and it will definitely be possible once we get things up and running, but it would needs to take time, and we don't want to promise a product that an impossible dream so early on. We want to show that we're capable first.
Yeah, just I think it's a cool idea. You're making something culturally visualization, so people, it complements the tourism, and I think it works well. If people want to come to Sarawak, they can actually see what they can expect. But I think the tie-up, like how you should spread it, should be more than just focusing on the museum. I think it should be more like linking up with probably the cultural villages and all that. And again, I think the monetization part is a bit unclear. I think it probably should start with that one and then build from that. Thank you.
Okay, so the part about the monetization, well, firstly, with the original plan, well, the actual plan is to just link up with the Sarawak Tourism Board, because the thing is, with this value added by what we provide, it's very difficult to calculate exactly what value it provides, because when it comes to tourism, people don't just come, you cannot just track what brings in the tourists based on just spending alone. It's a lot of factors. People don't just fly into a different country because of one thing, right? So yeah, that's the thing. So, and that's the monetization part.
All right, so let's give a big round of applause for Alif Hilman from Tikuan Digital. So terima kasih Yang Muhammad Datuk for the comments and also your concerns. Of course, definitely siapa-siapa yang ingin datang ke Sarawak or anywhere in the world for that matter, seamlessness of the application and digitalization platforms is very, very important. Thank you, YB Datuk. So we are going to move on to our next presenter. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, let's give our next gentleman a big round of applause, please, from Fine Wear, Thomas Sim.
Hello, good morning. My name is Thomas Sim. I'm very happy today to be able to meet up with my very memory of Datuk Dr. Jerip Susil. I used to cover Datuk Doctor in the clinic 20 years ago. And also good to see Hanif, Encik Kamarul, Manso, and the gentlemen here. So my topic, I'm from Fine Hui. We are actually a new platform looking at service, delivering service. So our tagline is service specialist, service contractors, and we are looking at a geo-linking of a region by region, service by region. So let me show you. Okay, mainly in our life, we tend to have a service impacting our life, daily life. If we have a car which broke down, we look for a car mechanic. If we have an aircon not working, we look for an aircon repair. Similarly, we have children who want to go for good grades. We look for a good tuition teacher, correct or not? And we have elderly at home, and definitely we will be one day looking after them, and we are worried about how we can get home carer to provide this service. And this is very much service, but not product. In the evolution of e-commerce, a lot of things is zoomed into product. They are selling product, but they are not selling service. So we are looking at a platform that gives a chance for all these service contractors, all these providers of service, to actually go up a level so that they can sell their service. So we are looking at providing this issue a deeper understanding. On one part, as a consumer, I stand over here as a consumer. Consumers sometimes look for service. They're also not sure what service they are looking for. In case that they do not match the level of service, then they are very angry at the service contractor, right? And there's always a time issue because a lot of time you come to looking for service. Usually it is an active trigger by a breakdown of something, you have an urgency and you need this urgency on your fingertips. Immediately, I want to look for a service. I cannot be waiting for next 2 months to settle this issue. I'm sure Dr. Jerip, in his medical profession, he knows this inside out because you need to address the coughing. I cannot be going to work when I'm coughing, you see? So I need to get a service immediately. But on the other hand, I want to put up this helmet. Now I am a contractor. Now I'm a contractor. On the service provider side, you also have a problem because you don't know how you're going to market yourself because you don't have a platform that you actually have a sequence of how you tell people what advantage you have, what service you have. And a lot of these contractors also, they are actually not IT savvy as much because they are skillful in their work, they are able to take care of the elderly, but they are not very much involved in IT work to actually document how much they are good at in their service. And therefore, we are coming to this aspect of trying to give a solution, providing areas of how we can document, how we can provide service record and reviews over on a platform so that the customers, when they scroll, they understand what service they are looking at with this service provider. And I like to give you this particular screenshot of the platform with the picture and also with the area of what service they are providing, in this case, a car mechanic, and also giving the location, the map where it is, and the 8 geo-linkages which is surrounding this service. So they are referral between businesses, and users can actually do rating and do review onto this platform. So this platform will provide a way to understand what type of service a contractor is delivering and what sort of level of expectation that the person would be able to get. So myself is an estate agent. I have been away from medical field for a while. I'm involved in estate agency practice. My co-founder, Mr. Lee, is a licensed financial planner, and we are both in our primary business. We deal with agents. Because we deal with people, then we understand their needs. And we also have all these people under us to go out and do what we call mapping. Mapping in our terminology is we go to the outlets, we go to the contractors, try to bring them up to the platform. So we have previously a company called Kautim, which ceased operation already in KL in July 2022. The main reason actually was that they were trying to act as vendor. They are trying to provide service on their own, quoting price to their customer, whereas we are different. We are actually a bridge. We are just a platform trying to match the expectation of the contractor and the expectation of the customer. Our basis of a revenue stream will come from a subscription-based system where contractors place their advertisement with us, and we are also an advertisement listing platform. Because we are agents, we actually have our property for sale. We can put this property for sale here. We also look for car sales agent, and some of these contractors, they have product to sell. Some of these plumbers, electricians, they have product to sell. They also can put the advertisement, and we make revenue out from here. And the next we are doing is to recruit as many contractors and filter them so that we deliver good service. And we also recruit agents to go out, do the mapping, to recruit and mapping the outlets. At the end, we are looking at close to 50 to 100,000 in terms of all this activity to finance our eventual going to bigger city, do with the outlets which are related to contractors, and also to encourage more populating the website. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas Sim. And we open the floor to our fellow judges. Dipersilakan.
Hi. Okay, so interesting. I need to understand few things. Number one is that why you go with subscription. Okay. Number two is that I'm quite clear on how you want to get more vendors or more service providers, but I'm not really clear on how you want to attract more users into this platform.
Subscription, the first question, subscription is because service is actually like a yellow page. So you need to get them to subscribe to this system so that they are always there. It's not like just put and then they forget about it. So we need to go back to them to enable the communication of updating their data, because this is supposed to be a data tracking system for the contractor to show off their ability. So if they have done a good job, then they take the picture and then put up into the platform so that their customer can see what are the recent good job they have done. So this is on the subscription side. The second part, whereby how to get them, right?
How to get more users into the platform.
How to get the users to come on board. Because we are in the real estate, I'm in the real estate, my co-founder is in the financial side. So we have a lot of agents. We go out to see our usual customers as well. So all these customers would be given this fine way to know where they can source their services. So in this sense, we are self-promoting as well as promoting in the way this platform. So we have, like, for example, if I have a group of people in Kuching, we also have a group of people in Sabah, also in Penang, in KL, in Johor, and everybody talking on the same thing that you would use as your team of promoting to your customers this platform as increase interest in the use of this platform to source their contractors. I hope I have answered.
Yeah, actually, I like the idea, the concept behind this. I think is a good idea.
Thank you, thank you.
But you know, the make or break of this idea is the completeness of your data and the relevantness of those data. So my concern is that how do you make sure of that? Because it's not going to be easy. If you were to curate the contents, how do you make sure it's accurate and it's fair?
Exactly.
And if you were to go and get those data yourself, it's going to be very expensive. And you need huge resource to do this.
Exactly. I
Yeah,
think
so
this is
how
the
you-
core area where we have been thinking along how to filter, to grade the types of services, and to use our manpower, whereby we are in financial services as well as the real estate. We would use our team of people to train them, because we are anyway training them for their own job. We train them to go out to see the customers, to filter them, and to able to maintain a certain standard.
But I think you are underestimating the scope of this, because it's
Yeah.
huge, right? Because you're going to have to
Yeah.
get a lot of data so that people can rely on your platform.
That's right.
If you do not have enough critical mass, it's going to be very
we do
challenging.
not have that ambition of overnight success. We will be looking at this in a period of 5 years at least, because the region has to map. We have to map the region, and the people we need to put in the sub-region to be able to take this job to map it. Because we cannot be just relying on self-publication of the data by the contractor themselves. Let's say myself, I'm in the real estate. I go to do, and there are owners who want to renovate the house. Then I would have the contractors that comes in to renovate the house, and I would ask them to put inside this platform. And this process would take continuously a few years. So you will be specialized on a few areas first, and therefore earning the revenue from these few areas, like real estate, car sales, and some of the contractors, they have their own product. Some of the aircon contractors, they have special solvent, you know, they have the special things to sell, so they can also sell on this platform.
Thomas,
Yeah, Anif. Yeah.
Cool. Again, I think it's a great idea, and I like it. It's service-centric, because people need to find out where they need to get the source of the services. But I was just thinking about if how do you plan to scale this in because people now use Google for everything. Even for me, coming from first time in Kuching, and I just Google TEGAS, and there's review of people saying, oh, you should watch out for this and come here, and then it's a bit far to go out and all this stuff, you know?
Yes.
So I think people can relate to using your service by that, but how do you want to compete with, you know, the likes of Google and all this?
That's right.
Yeah.
So you remember that I did mention about the expectation of the customers when I was here. Then I came over here, the expectation of the contractors. What do they actually do? Most of these people, they are very skillful on themselves, but they are not IT savvy as much as they can put into Google or put into, even they themselves probably won't do Facebook. So these are the people, they are skilled in their own field of expertise, but they are not yet up to a level of using platform. So these are the problem that we have. We don't know how to get them. We don't know where they are, because they never surface up. So this platform tries to solve this problem. And it is solving this problem by actively looking for them, not they coming up. So I hope I can answer this question.
All right.
Thank you very much.
I think personally I love the idea, but then maybe you can polish your idea more. For example, I think you are not really focused on few area. You're actually the one that will market your product is your real estate agents, right?
The second stream, because this stream is advertisement. This is sounds like listing platform.
Right. Let's say you start with real estate agents first. Maybe your solution can be centric to all these property needs.
Yes.
For example, if I want to buy a house, first I need what? I need a Koei Kuku water filter.
Yes.
I need aircon. I need ID. I need
Good idea.
furnitures and so on. So maybe you can focus on that for the first 1 or 2 years.
Yes.
And then the third year, then only you open for car sales agents. Then you
Yes.
provide all the services that related to sales.
Yep.
This is a great idea if you can polish a little bit, put more focus on certain area, don't sapu semua. And then I think it will be good lah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, judges, and thank you, Thomas Sim from Fineware. Just on top of that, Thomas, I would definitely go on your apps to find where. Yeah, great idea indeed. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to our next presenter. Please put your hands together for Awang Abdul Rahman bin Awang Muhammad Iksan from Rahman Cleaning Services.
When I first started doing Rahman Cleaning Services, I was 15, which is 3 years ago, 2020. During that time, there's a pandemic, and I was bored at the house. I was bored, and then I tell my parents, is there anything that I can do, like a low entry barrier business, like I can bootstrap? So my mom told me to create a cleaning services to the clients in Miri. And then I started. And then I landed the first customer. I engaged with them, talk, yada, 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 landed another customer, blah, blah, blah. And then I found something. I found a problem. They told to me about the shortage of maid in Malaysia. They told to me, "Oi, kami hari ya, cek lagi kami pun maid te, dah balik Indonesia dah." So I was curious because of the COVID. The immigrants had to go back to the country. And also I noticed some of my friends need some extra income. And then, so that's the problem. This is in the fancy word lah, but what I explain is in the simple word. Okay. So my solution is to create a student-driven cleaning social enterprise with a fair pay, a professional environment, and address the shortage of domestic cleaning services benefiting students and households. So, our social enterprise aligned with the Sustainable Development Goals, which is the first one is goal number 8, decent work and economic growth. We are creating employment opportunities for the students. The second one is goal number 4, quality education. We encourage our part-timers to prioritize their education for a better future. And the last one is goal number 11, sustainable cities and communities. We support the initiative of making cities and communities more sustainable by providing cleaning services to create a clean and organized living environment. Sounds sexy, is it? Yeah, but enough with this jargon, yada yada. So we talk about real impact, the ground story. So the first one is my friend, which is a part-timer. He used the money to buy his writing tools like pens, rulers, pencils, and also used the money for reference books. And thankfully, with our effort and his effort, he get 8 A's for his SPM. And it's very exciting for me to see it. And the second one is one of my friends, which is Damia. She's a Form 6 student. She told me that RCS has helped her in various ways throughout her journey in Form 6. Provided significant support by assisting with expenses like buying textbook, photocopying study materials, and also MUET exam fees, which is very beneficial for university students in later life. And also another friend of mine, which is Zaid, he worked with me and gained a lot of new experience because, you know, young people, we don't have experience in job. And also sometimes in a working environment, we started and then we treated like not expecting our expectation. Okay. So, our competitive advantage is we want to provide top-notch cleaning services while also offering flexible job opportunities for hardworking students in the need of income. So, our product, our service is basic cleaning service, which is 60 ringgit per hour or 150 ringgit for 4 hours, which is the equipment is not included, but it's done by 2 cleaners, which mainly other competitor give 1 cleaners, and it's available every day. So, this is our standard SOP. So the first one, we outreach to the customers through the social medias like Instagram, Facebook, and also LinkedIn. We used Canva design graphics. And also, after that, the customer will contact us to WhatsApp. And they told me about the location and stuff. And then we give them the form where they can give a personalized cleaning request, like where the places is, which task they need and stuff. And also we will assign to our cleaners, which including me. And then they will delegate the cleaning responsibility to our clients. And we will assign 1 senior cleaner and 1 junior cleaner. For example, 1 senior is like me. I've been doing it sometimes. And another one is the newbie lah. And then the last one is the customer will give a feedback form which is they will say their satisfaction, they will give the comments and rating and more. So our customer validation is through our past sales, which is currently we already gain around 1,000 ringgit 490 ringgit, which is only in Miri. So this is our milestone. Started in 2020, I do it by myself, and then in 2021, I bought the fogging machine as a reinvestment of profit, but I discontinued the fogging service as difficulties of operation. As I learned in the program is we need to pivot all the time. We have to change the, our resistance, as Mr. Kamarul said. And in 2022, I bring some of my friends to join as part-timers. So in the future, we are planning to train some of part-timers to do marketing, etc., etc. So our ask is simple. We will not ask for financial in a money sense, but we think that network is our net worth. So the first one, we want a customer network. So we want to seek introductions or referral to potential customers who can benefit from our service, and also leverage your network to help us expand our customer base and establish valuable connections. Second one is industry connections. Provide opportunities to engage with industries interested in becoming our clients, and also facilitate meetings of partnership with relevant industry players to explore collaboration and for growth. And the third one is business enhancement program. As we are young, we need to learn like bookkeeping, HR management, KAWSP, and etc. Like this TPUP is very useful to us. Offer free admission or sponsorship to business enhancement program or workshop, and also that will enable us to access resources, knowledge, and mentoring to strengthen our business operation and capabilities. So this is our team. I myself, a founder, and we have some of the part-time cleaners. Thank you.
Thank you, Rahman. Cleaning services, we open the floor for the judges.
That 1,000 traction is since 2020?
Yes. Before this, our operation is sometimes we close and sometimes we open it because of schooling. For example, usually before this, when I was still in school, when I have a holiday, I started the operation, and when I have a school, I usually not do the operation.
So during your serious time, how much you can earn from this business?
For last month, we earned around 400 ringgit.
From how many jobs?
Around 3 jobs.
3 jobs. You do any marketing?
I do what we call organic marketing only. We don't do ads. We just post it on the Facebook groups and post it on Instagram stories.
Okay, I think the best part about your pitch compared to the previous one is that I think you are the only one with the traction, with the real money coming in. But then because the business is on off and so on, so I personally not so sure how far you can push this business. But if you want to push this business, one thing that you need to think deeper is that how you want to avoid all these part-timer cleaner to go direct to the end user, to the clients. So end up you maybe do the marketing and you get the first business, and then the repeat business, they will call team direct with the part-time cleaner. Now okay lah, now okay because it's all your friends. But once you onboard strangers, and that's the real problem we come in lah. But I think the when we talk about business, it's always about bring in money, and you manage to do that. So now it's you need to think on how you want to scale this, how you want to look seriously into this business.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Now, Rahman, first of all, I think congratulations. You managed to spot a very serious problem in Malaysia, because I actually use this service also. But the downside is that many companies have done this before. Are you aware of that?
Yes.
Many of them have failed. Did you know that?
Yeah,
many of them have failed. And the reason for failing is that running this is not easy. First, you want to make sure that you have enough cleaners to work for you. And sourcing that has been a huge problem, especially in Semenanjung side. They cannot get that. Yeah. And then also the other issue which you need to look at as well. Number one is the safety of your own people. If you send them to the houses, you do not know where they're going to go. All right? And on the other side, there have also been cases where the house owners are also having problem with these cleaners. So then you have problem with scaling your business as well. So this is actually the most serious issue that you need to tackle first. The idea is great, but you need to think about managing the operation. It's not going to be easy. If you can solve this, I think you will hit a jackpot.
Okay,
but without this, it's going to be very difficult.
Thank you, Mr. Kamarul.
Hey, Abang Abdullah.
Okay.
Great idea, like your spirit. Interesting model. I think the company solved two issues, the socio-economic and also the economic issue. But again, that's the issue because most of it is by timers. I think you need a different model that's more concrete. But all of it, kudos to you. Good luck.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you very much, fellow judges. And a round of applause for Rahman Cleaning Services. We wish Rahman all the best also for his business. Jadi tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, kita akan teruskan. And we'd like to welcome on stage from Satok Bridge Digital. Please welcome Lavinder Singh.
Hi, morning judges, fellow participants, Datuk. This morning I'm going to talk to you about our smart cashier system. Now, Satuk Bridge Digital, just a little bit on us. We offer innovative and effective data-driven solution using IoT and AI. Now, I'm very sure we've all been to shopping malls and retail outlets, and we've always seen long queues. It's annoying, it's frustrating. Now, this is because of slow cashiers, they lack knowledge, or they don't really give you a good experience. Some of them sometimes have an attitude, and you feel very bad about shopping at these places. 89% of Singaporeans have walked out of a shop just because the queue is long. What we offer is a simple, straightforward solution. You walk in, the AI allows you to identify the product, make the payment, and you're off to your way. Yep. It's seamless transaction and is compatible with a lot of your inventory management and application payment gateways. The Malaysian retail sector expects to grow by 33.5% in the next 5 years. That's 112 billion US dollar. And we would definitely like to tap on this. Now, we offer our smart cashier system as a solution as a service, a SaaS model, between 800 to 1,000 ringgit a month per system. And of course, anything else is add-on. Our go-to-market strategy is simple. First, we approach small groceries, B2C market, and offer them a free 1-week trial. As for bigger target audience, we would like to go with B2B and B2G using different partners, either POS system or payment gateway providers, and even government digital GLC drivers. We do have competitors. In fact, our main competitor is EasyChart. They just released early this week with Nanotechnology Malaysia. And they provide the solution on the shopping cart itself, on the shopping cart itself, whereas we provide our solution at the checkout counter. It's a self-checkout system using AI technology, right? We do have some dependencies. It depends on the data set and also the images. However, we're working on a background software to enhance and improve this. Now, where we are today, we are already at our prototype. We've completed our prototype. We're enhancing it. We're also working on our business intelligence dashboard. And we're trying to do a pilot run for this year. Next year is all about marketing, promotion, and sales. Once we have enough data, we have enough customer base, the following year, we're looking at enhancing data analytics reports and also our prediction models. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to run a quick demo in the video over there. For obvious reasons, we've trained the AI for food. And what you can see here is, by putting different pictures of food underneath it, here you'll see mee goreng with telur mata. It's already reflected on the system. It's as simple as ketik-ketik, and we check out. Yeah? And we've done it for a few different types of foods. On your right, you would see the business intelligence dashboard that we've working on to improve and enhance it. The system also sees amount of food that you put in, not just what it is, but also amount. We're also looking into the size for it. This is for the food industry, but it works for any industry, not just for the food, but any retail industry. Now, how it works. First, customers will have an app on their phone. This app will allow them to take pictures of their products, whether is it canned goods, whether is it food, all right? This information or pictures are then sent to a main server. The server synchronizes all this information to the smart cashier system, all right? So when customers walk to the checkout counter, it's seamless. They scan it using the AI cameras and make payment. All the information is then passed back to the main server for real-time information on sales and also inventory. Now, in terms of sales projection, we're looking at targeting 5% of the market over the next 5 years. This will give us a sales revenue of close to 5 million ringgit in Malaysia. Now, what we seek is 500,000 ringgit for 10% shares of our company in order for us to enhance and improve the solution. Now, a little background on us. My name is Lavinder Singh, and my co-founder is Ahmad Rizal. Both of us have 15 years experience locally and globally in different industries, from IoT, networking, and also project management. And with us is Dr. Shafiq, our AI specialist, who is also specialized in robotics. We do have some other ongoing projects. First is Gajah Safe, which minimizes human-elephant conflicts in Johor. We're using AI cameras to detect and deter elephants. Second is Easy Grow. So if anyone goes to TEGAS Courtyard, you'll see our systems over there. We use organic fertilizer to grow in a hydroponic method. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lavinder, and we open the floor for the judges.
Yeah, Lavinder, on your main topic, or rather the main solutions that you presented, I think it's again a very valid market that you are targeting for. I think for food, I can see a huge fit. But for retail, general retail is going to be very, very challenging. In fact, I just experienced something amazing in Japan just yesterday. So I was shopping with a huge amount of clothes, right, at Uniqlo. And I put a basket on the table, and in 2 seconds, all the lists already come up. Meaning that it is so fast that, of course, they use different sensors. So I think that's the kind of solutions or target that you wanted to solve as well. You know?
Yep.
I know, of course, you use AI, so it will work for food. You know,
yep.
It will work for that. But this is an amazing thing, because when I saw that, hey, we should have this in Malaysia.
Yes.
Really, a huge basket of stuff, put it, and in 2 seconds, everything is listed.
In fact, Decathlon KL uses that. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so I totally agree with Tuan Kamarul, and I about to comment the same thing, which is how actually your technology can help either the consumer or also the retailers. Whereas all these Decathlon and Uniqlo, they already advanced to a technology where you just put all the products and then it can count straight away. I think if you can focus on only few verticals, for example, restaurant, because restaurant you need to check, right, how many chicken you take, how many blah, 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 right. So it could be applicable, but for groceries, I'm not that sure. Maybe you need to go deeper, do the research and so on. And also you need to also think on how you want to enter the market, because the market are packed with all this post system and so on, and I'm sure that they are also thinking of this technology. For example, I talked to few post system provider. Some of them focus on few areas only, because when I ask why, because there are so many competitors. So they focus on, for example, restaurant, because restaurants have their own pain point, retailers have their own pain point, wholesalers have their own pain point. So it's a good, it's a good technology anyway, but if you can really focus on a very niche application, I think you will do great lah. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Lavender. So I've seen this pitch and we've discussed at length. But again, I think I agree with both of the judges. If you can solve the mamak issue, because not doubting the mamak's calculation skills or whatever, but you can customize the AI to, you know, make it even nasi separuh, you know, sambal and all that. That will be amazing lah, I think.
Yep.
So again, and also after looking at your pitch last on Friday, it reminds me on when I was in UK. These big stores like Sainsbury and Carrefour, they have this, when you come in, they have this RFID gun lah. Because I think you can actually estimate how much you want to spend on each. So as you go shopping, you can scan, you know?
Yep.
So that could be another vertical that you can explore. And we also spoke about how the AI can accommodate the weight part, which you say was a bit tricky.
Yes.
You know, if you can solve that as well and incorporate into your system, I see it's much more interesting lah. Yeah.
Sure. Sure.
Anyway, kudos.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, okay.
Test. Boleh tanya satu soalan?
Boleh.
Okay, Levin. I'm asking you this question because you're one of our tenants at the Digital Village. So I thought I kena tanya lah. Also my deputy chairman pun tanya soalan, I pun pressured lah, I have to ask one question. My question is very simple. How are you going to reach out to your first 100 customers?
Well, I think there's a lot of work to be done there for the first 100 customers. We've had initial discussions on this internally, and definitely fund shops are one of our main targets lah. We want to sort of, you know, make fund shop payment sexier, I guess you can say that. Mama, we unfortunately don't have enough mama shops here in Sarawak, but we can start with a few in West Malaysia. I think the first 20 to 30 customers is definitely going to be face-to-face. We want to reach out to them, see them face-to-face, try and convince them. Convincing is difficult because technology doesn't sell. You have to solve a problem. And in order to do that, our strategy is to use, you know, 1 week trial period, let them see how it works, convince them from there. And we are hoping to definitely achieve at least the first, you know, 20 customers by this year. End of the year, at least. As for the rest of the 80, to finish answering your question, Encik Manso, I think once we have 20, we can definitely do a lot of marketing, work with some of the GLCs in order to bundle this as a digitalization effort for SMEs. That's one of our idea for this.
Thank you, Mr. Mansoor, for the question. And ladies and gentlemen, let's give Lavinder Singh from Satok Bridge Digital. I also agree with our fellow judge here. If he can actually come up with a system to solve the mama and can see berapa banyak makanan, you know, portion, that'll be incredible. I don't think you can hide ayam bawah telur lagi kan, macam tu kan. So all of these things is amazing, yeah, with AI technology. So ladies and gentlemen, we move on to our next number 6, yeah. Please give a big warm welcome to Chan Wei Hua from My Capsule Hotel.
Hi, good morning everyone. So today I'm presenting to you a story about My Capsule Hotel. So basically this story starts with the problem. So think of yourself as a backpacker, a traveler, a student, or maybe even a salesman, traveling salesman. So what you do find that, you know, the current budget accommodation industry, you have problem with very high price. Because after post-COVID, you see inflation going up, the war in Ukraine, the inflation going up. So budget hotel is no longer budget. You are now looking at 90, 100 ringgit per night for a budget hotel. And with minimal wages and all other inflations, you have high operating costs. And I think all of you probably would have agreed that budget hotel can be potentially unsafe. You're not sure who stays there, and there's no monitoring at all. And budget hotel is a bit of a gamble. It's not consistent. Sometimes it's clean, sometimes it's very old. Very rare you get the gems. And you have a lot of hassle in checking in because most of the front desk is empty, so you have to wait a while before you manage to check in. So how do we solve all these problems with the current budget accommodation? So we came up with a solution called the 6C. What is the 6C? We need to make sure our place is clean. It is the cheapest on the market. We want to be the cost leader on the market. And it is very comfortable. We actually go out and look for the best linen so that it's a very comfortable experience. The best linen doesn't cost much, okay? And the other C's are, it's very convenient because we are going to introduce the world's first facial recognition self-check-in system. And it's very close by to all the key amenities like your convenience stores, 7-Eleven, your mama, your public transport, and laundromat, where you can wash your baju. And we mentioned about security as well. We have CCTV all over the place. I think one location, we are intending to put 32 CCTV cameras. The reason is very simple. I'm not sure if you've heard of KK Mart, but KK Mart actually has got a facial recognition system where they know who are the thieves coming in, and they know how to prevent them from stealing. So these are things that we are going to put in, facial recognition as well, and to keep track of our guests. So we are going to tell you the tech. We're going to have the world's first facial recognition check-in. So imagine you go to a hotel, all done, you book your hotel, do online check-in, like Asia, you do your online check-in. Then you go to my hotel. In front of the kiosk, you just stand in front. Within 10 seconds, you get your access card. No question asked. Very fast check-in, seamless. So basically, how big is the market? The market in Malaysia is 16B. Out of the 16B, 20% of it is actually budget accommodation. And we have already started our first operation for 4 months. And potentially, each outlet can do revenue of 350,000 ringgit. And the net profit for a single outlet is up to 35% net margin. So this is based on the real number of my first outlet. Okay, the first outlet, we are generating nearly 15 to 20K revenue per month. And our net profit is 10,000 to 15,000 per month. The cost is around 5,000. And we have an Agoda review of 9.2. It means that the consumers are very happy with the product. The only problem we have is that we always receive less than 8 for our location. The first outlet is actually located in a very, very bad place. The shop was actually empty for 6-7 years, and we thought, hey, let's do something about it. And we thought of doing the capsule hotel. So at a very bad location, we can get 9.2. So it means the product must be good. And based on real metrics, we have 60% occupancy rate for the first 4 months, and 30% of our guests are returning or long-stay customers. And again, I'd like to emphasize we have very strong cost control. And our plan is actually very scalable. You just have to photocopy one outlet, second outlet, third outlet, fourth outlet, and you grow and grow and grow. And you have a team to just develop the whole system. We are very, very profitable. Very few startups can say this, but we are very, very profitable right from day one. We only need 15% occupancy to break even. And I mentioned earlier, we have been doing 60% right from day one. And we believe that we can go higher with a better location. And because we are very profitable, you get high dividends on your investment. And the good thing about hotel industry, it will never go out of trend. So you'll be there for the next 5 years, 20 years, 50 years, 100 years. So our growth strategy, you can see we are going to go for 3 rounds of fundraising. And each time you can see our focus is on net profit. And by the third phase, we can expect net profit of 15 million per year. So our traction, by 2029, we hope to achieve 330 million for revenue. So the timeline, the key point is at the start of 2025, we are going to launch our big app where people can book and do web check-in. And by middle of 2025, we're going to launch our facial recognition self-check-in system. And the team, basically that's myself, I'm a founder, together with my 2 teammates, Jing Hao and Jonathan. We're going to build the system. So basically we are seeking 600,000 ringgit for funding, out of it which is to purchase the capsule renovation costs and the IT behind it, and also other miscellaneous costs. So in summary, we want to build the largest low-cost accommodation in the world. Yes, in the world. We are looking at the global market, not just Malaysia. And we want to build the next unicorn in Malaysia, and we are pretty sure we can disrupt the budget accommodation segment because we are the lowest. So we practically want to kill the whole market. We are the cost leader, and it's a no-brainer to stay with us. So we are going to create the world's first recognition self-check-in solution. No one has done it before, so we'll be bringing the technology, you know, just a face, 10 seconds, you are all checked in. So we expect that the growth of population around the region will be another factor for our growth. And our initial target, of course, is Malaysia, then Southeast Asia, then followed by the Indian, Pakistan market, Africa, and we want to go globally. We want to be number one. And again, to emphasize, we are very high ROI, and we have high multiples on your investment. Thank you so much, and feel free to ask any question. Thank you.
Thank you, Chan Wei Hua. I open the floor for the judges.
Mr. Chan, thank you very much for this presentation. You know, it sounds like a very dream presentation. You know, everything looks splendid. You know, I'm excited myself. But I have a question because I do travel a lot as well, and I do see actually that the price of capsule, especially in Japan, where this whole thing started, has been going up over the years. It's getting more and more expensive.
Yes.
In fact, the premium capsule today are almost the same as a hotel already.
Yes.
So that what I'm wondering is that because you are saying that you're highly profitable, your cost structure, what's your differentiator?
My differentiating, I think I failed to mention is that we are totally unmanned. There's no human being in the hotel at all.
But most of them are unmanned too, you know?
Yeah, but you see, I think in the hotel business, human resources is the highest cost. But I think you're talking about Japan, where even real estate is a very high cost of doing business is a high cost. So it's very different from Malaysia. So Malaysia, our biggest cost is actually human. Once I remove that, I only have to pay rental, I only have to pay TNB, utilities, I have to only pay my subcontractor for cleaning, and that's about it. So basically my cost is less than 5K a month, and I'm generating revenue more than that, a lot more.
What about maintenance? You need to maintain the unit, you make sure that it's in tip-top condition. That's going to be some cost there as well.
Sure.
It could be significant.
There's actually a trade secret for it, you know. Basically, we just keep more parts, just screw, unscrew, change the part, bam, done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, do you mind sharing what's the cost to build an outlet?
The cost to build on this screen, we are, oops, sorry, okay, you see, we are looking for 600,000. This is actually good enough for 2 outlets. Of course, I'll be putting some of my money in as well, not just the 600K. The actual cost of the capsule is not very expensive, but it's actually the logistic cost, the tax, and the installation cost that's going to be very pricey. And of course, the maintenance cost as well.
So let's say you want to build one outlet, let's say 10 capsules, how much?
Our standard outlet is 30 capsules.
30 capsules,
yeah,
right.
so about 300,000. So we are going for 10,000 per capsule sort of price, inclusive of renovation and other miscellaneous costs as well.
All right, so when you say that you need to have like, how, if I remember, maybe 15% occupancy, then which one? 15% occupancy to break even, and that can break even your building that outlet cost. Is that right?
Yes, correct.
That's over what, 1 year or what?
No, day one.
No,
From
I
day
mean
one.
that you need to have like 15% occupancy to break even. That means you can cover the renovation costs and so on, everything.
Oh, no, I'm talking about operational break even. Yeah, not ROI, not back on the
Okay,
return on
let's say we talk about all those costs. How long do you think you need to break even?
If it's based on 300,000, you're talking about maybe 2 to 3 years' time.
To
return your capital, yes. But unfortunately, because we are going to implement a 30-70, so 30% back for dividends, 70% for reinvestment. So we are thinking longer term that, you know, we use the profit to build even more capsules to generate more profit.
So meaning that when you want to have more outlets, will you depend on the external funding, or when do you think you can sustain on your own?
It's a chicken and egg story. The more funding we can get, the faster we can go globally. Because, I mean, if we want to grow by ourselves, the challenge of the 70%, you know, you need about maybe every 2 years to regenerate back one outlet. So the growth will be very slow. Whereas it's like, we can actually imagine this to be a tech company. We just want more funding to come in so we can build more. But we are quite certain that every single one of the outlets we open will be profitable because we are the cost leader and customers will definitely choose us. No-brainer.
Okay. The main problem with this kind of business is that your cost to develop one outlet basically is high. Meaning that if you want to scale, you will have a problem when you don't have external investors who can fund so much money. So you need like a lot of money. Like for example, you say that 300,000 for 30 outlets, right? Meaning that, let's say, an investor will ask you, hey, how you can grow from one outlet to 100 outlet. Meaning that what? You need like 300,000 multiplied by 100.
Okay, basically, I think our growth strategy is through funding. So we have the phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. So every single round, we are actually asking for money to grow the outlet quickly. And every time we grow the outlet, again, every 2 years, we can regenerate one outlet as well. So given the time frame, we believe that by 2029, which is about 6 years from now, we can have 750 outlets based on the funding that we have, we try to generate from the market.
Okay, all right. No further questions.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Chan.
Hi. Hi.
So yeah, love the idea. I think it'll be great to have a flagship capsule. Because currently you're based in Johor, right?
The first one that we call the R&D outlet is in Johor. We hope that with this program, we can come to Kuching and develop our next one.
Okay. So you're saying you're the lowest in the market. So how much is per night in your capsule?
Okay. Because our location is really bad, we do not dare to price ourselves very high. So our current ADR, which is called the average daily rate, we are doing about 30 ringgit at the moment. And on weekend, we are going 35 to 40.
Okay, all right. And then you mentioned that you're profitable. Probably you can share a bit how do you define that in sense?
Okay, this is the actual real number from my first outlet. It's very profitable. Our revenue is 15 to 20,000 per month. So basically, if you look at, like I say, the weekday rate is about 30, weekend rate is 35 to 40, and our occupancy is above 60%. So our revenue, you can times 30 capsules, 60%, times the ADR, let's say 35, you can get about 17,000 ringgit revenue. Our cost, we have always been low. Our cost for the first outlet, you'll be very surprised, our real cost is only 3,000 ringgit. Very, very cheap. So we are achieving about, I think 15K of profit every month, even from month 1, month 2, month 3, month 4.
Okay, thank you. Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, just want to know, you say that you need 300,000 to develop 30 capsules.
Correct.
Right? How much cost for a normal hotel to have like 30 beds?
I think the current industry practice is about 70,000 to 100,000 for budget hotel.
For budget hotel?
Yeah, and then for 5-star hotel, it's at least 500,000 per room.
500,000 per room?
For 5-star hotel.
The one that you mentioned, 70,000, is for per room or?
For per room for budget hotel, 70,200.
Oh, per room.
Per
right.
room.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, fellow judges, and thank you also from my capsule hotel, Chan Wei Hua. Indeed, a very, very interesting business indeed, yeah? So everybody's moving forward. The rooms are getting smaller, but I agree what you said, sir. The rooms are getting smaller. The price is also getting higher also, ada juga kan? So ladies and gentlemen, we move on to our next presenter for today. From Flow Esto, please welcome Albert Loy.
we all are packed by the Tao day in, day out, every day? And have we been missing the beauty of flowers and of our loved ones? Have you ever plucked a flower and wonder, the glory of this world is incomparable to one of these? Flores estor is a Spanish Latin word meaning this flower. We produce flower teas of good looking, good taste, and good fun. I'm Albert Loy. This is a brief intro of myself. I got LLB and 11 years experience in sales, including property management and R&D and flower teas. Then I decided to become Mr. Flower. The NGOs I have involved are JCI Kuching, Sabakas, and Kuching Toastmasters. So this is a problem that we want to solve, which is there's a lack of drink options for healthy hipsters due to dull flavors, sugary, and allergies. Dull flavors, we often see teas, coffee, and lemons, and there's a lack of classy food souvenir in Sarawak also. And secondly, sugary. In 2025, there will be 30% Malaysians, which is 1 in 3 persons having diabetic problems. And allergies, some of us are allergic to tea leaf, coffee, milk, sugar, and alcohol. Including myself, I cannot drink sugar and alcohol. And how can we be as hippie as you are? And the solutions we have is we develop flower teas for healthy hipsters with fun, personalized, and no-brainer. Fun where there are hundreds of flowers to be discovered actually. And we have stevia leaf to make it sweet, and it's a perfect match. And secondly, personalized. You can choose the functions you want based on your health conditions and your favorite. Where you can add ons to like sugar, coffee, or milk and honey. And with no-brainer. Many people, when they talk about flower teas, they are either scared or confused about how to mix or their functions and their taste. But we make it, we don't put herbs, grass, and tea leaf to reduce the strong medical effect, so we can drink it easily in a simple tea bag. So the product is a good looking, good taste, and good fun with a taste of Sarawak. Now there are 5 recipes I'm making, and in each tea bag there are 4 flowers, stevia leaf, and Sarawak black pepper. When you see the market outside, normally they only put 1 or 2 dull ingredients like lemon, grass, or chamomile in a crushed, I would say, dull powder. But we put original flowers, and the first one is affection, mainly on beauty, peace fion on peace and rest, Superman for fitness and health, Confident for slim, and Spirition for vital energy. And we use biodegradable tea bag in a prestige box, which have 10 tea bags. And our current R&D now involves 100 over flowers, flower coffee, and phosphate vape, which are 100% healthy. And the business model we are having are B2B and B2C. B2B including to retailers, up to 300 retailers will sell 30 per box, which earn 50%, and to distributors 27 per box, earn 30%. And consumers we sell physically and also online in USD. And go to market, we target 100 Kuching cafes first, and sports, which have 54K revenue per month, and ultimate target is 100K cafes, which is 54 million. Malaysia, there are 200K cafes, and world 10 million cafes. The channel 1 through business development will sell first to hotel and restaurants, and tourism, sports, and services. And later in phase 2, we'll sell to distributors, supermarkets, and stores. And thirdly, we'll have OEM with companies and partnership with ice cream and vape, etc., and bakeries. And the second channel is website sales, and also with affiliate and subscription system and apps. And thirdly, through public relations, which we can do sponsorships, NGO projects, and events. The market which we see now, the competitor, firstly Starbucks, They have very prestige name and brand, but they are very sugary. And for yours, example, they also have many choice, but they are not that prestige, a bit dull and sugary too. And the healthy one are Ho Yang Ho and Cocoa Gum, but they also have less options, like not too prestige also. So we target ourselves to be fun, prestige, and also healthy. This is my team, myself, and I have a advisor, which is a Chinese physician, and also my wife, Jane Chon, as the production co-founder. We also have a sales partner and online marketing partner incoming. The key metrics for revenue, we sold 300 packs for trial. We earn 1,000 plus. And our first target is 100 Kuching cafes. We will earn 60K revenue per month. And will ultimately go to distributor, which is 1,000 cafes or spots, which will earn 500K revenue per month. And 10 distributors, which is 5 million per month. And 100 distributors worldwide, 50 million per month. Okay, this is the milestones. We did trial for 300 packs over, and I rebrand it through R&D for 1 year and register. And this June, we'll have our design and our license done. And in December, we target to have 100 cafes and KKMSD and 1 distributor next year. And we are looking for the seed fund, which can cover 100 cafes, is capital 120K, and 200 cafes is capital 250K. And we can earn more than the double of this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Albert Loy, and we open the floor for the judges.
Okay, can you go to the okay, this slide. So you mentioned here that you already sold 300 packages, right?
Yeah, we sold it for testing market, the needs.
And during that time, how much per package?
29, 30.
30 lah, 30. Okay, you managed to sold 300. But right now, how many you already sold?
Then we did rebrand and R&D, so we upgraded the recipes and branding, etc.
Right.
So it's more than 300 until now.
How much, roughly?
Like 50 plus more lah, not too many. Because I didn't sell open.
So that one since December?
Yeah, since last year until now. Yeah, the total.
Since last year until now?
Yeah.
Right.
In TEGAS, people are buying some also.
So, in your opinion, what's the reason of you can sell like 300 packages and then since December it's already 6 months, why you only can sell 50?
Because I didn't open for public. I want to get the proper license. Like from MBKS, they mentioned no license, no sales. Yeah, so I want to get it properly done, my package properly designed. Yeah, I want to give a good impression.
Right. Right. Okay, thank you.
Any more questions from the judges? We're all good? All right, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Albert Loy from Flow Esto. Wishing you all the best, Albert. And now we move on to our next presenter. Please welcome on stage Muhammad Zulhilmi bin Abang Muhammad Ridwan from Rapid Barber.
Wow, so many familiar faces and new faces here. I love it. All right. Let me tell you guys something here. Haircut services is part of your first impression, your comfort, and also your hygiene. So we realize barber services have limited accessibility towards many others, especially towards people with physical limitations, troubled children, hyperactive children, a logistical nightmare towards busy individuals, and also in Malaysia, majority of salons are just Muslimah unfriendly. Introducing to you Rapid Barber, an application software of platform between barbers and their customers to provide haircut services at the customer's convenience. We have two main features here. Originally, we have home haircut services where barber come to your house and give you a haircut. And based on our market validation, we learned some people still wanted the vibe and environment that barbershop give us, right? So we added another one that is barbershop appointment, where we add rebate vouchers and also discount for their next haircut. Right now, we earn money through booking commission, 20% per haircut services. Let me give you a projection. If basic haircut services cost about 15 ringgit Malaysia, if one barber shop have 10 customers per day, in just a month, we can earn up to 900 ringgit from that 30% commission. What if we have 50 barber shop, 45K? What if soon enough, we have more revenue model, mandatory merchandises, vendors product sales commission, barbers featured listings, and also data monetization. And through our Tamsem and SOM, we learn just from Sarawak population at the age of 18 years old and above, we have the market of 13.26 million here. And soon enough, we want to be in Malaysia and hopefully East Asia. So, this is our MVP video. Can you up the music a little bit? I want the strong subwoofer. Awesome, awesome, thank you. So here we register as the customer. And the customer select barber and get the booking up. Select the date, select the time, and select the place. And after you book it, it will be in a processing process. And the barber need to accept or either reject it. Let's go to the barber side. So as the barber itself, this is the interfaces. And they will see all the services bookings that available is on pending. And after they accept it, it will be updated directly to the service history of the barber. Now, let's get back to the customer. So, go to order history and click details. And there you go, the booking is accepted. With that, let's get to the haircut. For summary, currently we are MVPing this in Unimas campuses and colleges with only one barber, Sufi, my CMO. We have 315 customers in our database, which is Unimas students and some lecturers. And also, daily, we have 3 to 6 bookings. And currently, we use a website platform to book these people. So, this kind of idea is so typical, so simple. But then, where are they? So, what we think that unique about us is our service price point, where we can have a flexible price and wide budget option. With that, you can choose to have a 10 ringgit haircut, 50 ringgit haircut, and if you want your hair on fire, you can get 100 ringgit haircut. And for safety, sometimes you are worried. Home haircut services can be dangerous because barber come to your doorstep and bring a scissor, right? So we filter them all and we give a safety assurance to our customer. And for availability, you can find us anywhere in Malaysia. For pre-seed fund utilization, we only ask about 100,000 plus, with the budget of 20% for administration, 35% for technical, and 44% for marketing. It is absolutely for company registration, Sunan Berhad, to increase our barbers availability, to increase our product visibility to all our customers, and also complete full web prototype so we can add more revenue model for you investors. As I finish our MVP launch, our next stop would be our web prototype. And soon enough, we want to be in mobile app. And we see ourselves in the future to be the best e-styling super app in East Asia, where you don't just get the barber services, but also you can get mani-pedi, makeup services, and maybe you can hire an image consultant to make you look good just like us. This is the team behind the scene. Our CMO, Sufi, have the marketing background and he experienced working with others to market the businesses. Me, myself, the CTO, with the software engineering background, I have 2 years left and I've won many competitions through pitching this home haircut services idea. With our team members, Izzat and Calvin, who help in the front end and also back end development. We have our great mentor, super great mentor, I'm telling you here. VK from DHL, he helped us in our customer engagement a lot. We have Shafiq from Gobi Partners, the venture capitalist, who help us to pitch and to attract. And we have our advisor, Professor Dr. Harry, and Mr. Jonathan Sidi, he's right here. Thank you for coming, sir. And yeah, so this is our team who built this Rapid Barber, where you can cut your hair anytime, anywhere. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Rapid Barber, Muhammad Zulhilmi. We open the floor for the judges.
Yeah, I think again, a good pitch. You address a real issue out there. But there are also many challenges that I don't see that you are addressing right now, right? You see, when you want to do this, you need to get good barber in the first place. And good barber, they go and work at the barber shop, they get far more money, right? Because, in this business, it's all about number of chairs that you have, how many barbers that you have, that will give you the maximum return, right? If these people need to travel, which means that you need to charge much higher as well. I know this because I almost invested in one personally. And I use home barber that comes to me as well because, you see, I only trust this guy because he's been serving me. But again, you talk about valid thing as well. Somebody comes with the scissor. So your challenge here is actually getting your asset, which is the barber themselves. And then they need to make maximum money. So how do you find the right balance between making them the income that they need and making sure that the customer actually get what they needed? So you need to address that part. But overall, I think a brilliant idea.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, Jeremy.
Hello.
Whole valid problem because I was trying to get my hair cut before this trip.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
But again, with the system, I think it's a bit. You need to extend more on the functionality because sometimes you need to book and then you might cancel.
That's true.
So add on more the dynamics in that side, make it more exciting and sexy in a sense. And also, I think again the barber thingy is very, to me, is very a personal relationship because you want a certain way, certain style, certain trust need to be in there.
Yes, true.
So your main challenge, I think, is to get the buy-in from the famous barbers, the really good ones. Like, I don't know, you can collaborate with Joe Barbers, on the Joe Flizzo's franchise. Try to get those people inside your network of barbers, and I think from there you can customize it, make it more humanized in a sense. Yeah, but overall, I think it's okay. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, we also realize about the quality that we need to provide. And we see that even the artists are start building these barbershops because they see demand in it. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so if you see all this barber industry, it's getting more like a luxury business. For example, if you see on TikTok and so on, where all these barber fly to different countries to cut celebrities' hairs and so on. So I think it's a very promising business. But the challenge about all this kind of platform is the stickiness of the user, the stickiness of the barber themselves. So for example, I'll be honest. Let's say I use your platform. I will just use your platform to get the right barber. Once I get a right barber, I will call him direct. I just be honest lah. I will call him direct. I will pay him directly. Hey, you just come here like once a month or once a week, and then I will pay you directly and so on. So this is, I'm not saying that this is not a good platform. It's a good platform, but you need to do a big research on how you can maintain all these users and all these barbers. But just a suggestion, maybe instead of you use this platform as a connector between user and also barber, maybe you can make it as a more towards like ordering or managing platform for all these barbers, meaning that you are not the one who seek for all these customers, but you go to all these barbershop and say that, hey, do you want a platform to make your booking more easier and so on, and you provide like a subscription, maybe 200 ringgit, 300 ringgit a month, because for me, my pain is that, for example, it's already like twice I go to this barbershop, bring my kids, and I need to wait like most an hour. So maybe you can pivot a little bit, change it from a platform connecting the barbers to user to a more like a managing platform for all these barbershop. Maybe that's more in terms of application. Maybe people will buy the idea, helping all these barbershop to manage their customers, to manage all these bookings and so on. So that's my opinion. Thank you.
Yeah, good point. Because as you can see, our real product is to build trustworthiness between barbers and their customers. And also, we want these barbers to be having convenient with the businesses. Why? So, because it's some people don't have the financial background, and with us, with the bookings coming and everything, we can build the POS system and financial management for these barbers. Thank you.
Thank you, fellow judges, and thank you to Muhammad Zulhilmi from Rapid Barber. Yeah, I think I would also agree with our fellow judge on his comments. Yeah, it applies to everyone, yeah, who's in business. So we must be careful with the networks that we are about to establish. Yeah, jaga network. We don't know mereka sendiri akan deal directly with the customers. So we move on to our final last two presenters for today. Please welcome on stage Chris Edward from Cloud Design Studio.
Okay. Okay, good morning, honorable judges and everyone here. I'm from Cloud Design Studio, so if you want to know why I name it as such, maybe during Q&A later. So let me introduce you to my team. My name is Chris. I'm the co-founder of this startup, and I was previously a data scientist, and also I was also a retail trader before. And I want to introduce to you my co-founder, Joshua Ho. He's a medical doctor currently practicing in Australia. He's also a crypto enthusiast, and just like me, he's also a retail trader. I want to tell you a story of two people. So the first person his name is Edward. So Edward, previously he was a data scientist in a well-known, GLC company, for example, and he has done a number of projects, but he's also considered a skilled retail trader. What he noticed is that a lot of this technical analysis stuff, it can be systemized, it can be automated, but eventually he found a bottleneck. The difficulty is that it's difficult to benchmark these applications built because the problem is profitable trading applications are trade secrets. So big companies doesn't want you to know about it. Now, the second person, his name is Kuching. He happens to be a medical doctor as well. So he's a hardcore crypto enthusiast and also a retail trader like myself. He is well skilled in technical and fundamental analysis. However, in order to be a profitable trader, he needs to be among the top 10% of the traders. Means he needs to beat 90% of the traders out there, which includes institutional traders. Institutional traders are basically traders who trade for banks, for big investment firms. Now, how do we solve this? Now, the solution has three criteria that it has to meet. Number one, it must be a data-driven approach. Number two, it must be a tried and tested method. Number three, it has to be automatic. If not, at least semi-automatic. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you a trading bot that is built by OpenAI's ChatGPT coding for analyzing the market and execute trades automatically. I introduce to you the Mark 1. So, I just uploaded this last night, so it's pretty new. So as you can see, it only has managed to receive about 265 views, and I'm not sure how to price it, so I just priced it 125. So we actually did a few testings on it. So we actually used 1 year historical data. So we target specifically 4 symbols, which is the Euro USD, USD against Japan yen, Australian dollar against USD, and then also gold against USD. So we fixed the input, the take profit point and the sell stop loss point according to these numbers, and we noticed that this is the profit that we get. So bear in mind this is based on the data, historical data from 1st of January 2022 until 31st of December 2022. So who are we targeting this for? Number one, our target market is our financial engineers. So what are financial engineers? Financial engineers are basically software engineers, data scientists, or tech professionals who are working in the finance industry to develop, test, and maintain financial softwares and models. So the second target market that we want to approach is retail traders, just like myself, just like my friend, just like the 90% of us who almost does not stand a chance against these institutional traders or big banks of big financial investment firms. So we want to try to level the playing field. So just briefly, out of the serviceable obtainable market, there's about 100 million for B2C, business to consumer market. That's around 6%. So it's around 100 million potential to be grabbed over there. And these are among our competitors. So I'm not sure if you guys have heard of Renaissance Technologies, DE Shaw, or Two Sigma. They are basically based in the US, while Alpha and Toronto, they are based in Malaysia. As well, Kenanga is also based in Malaysia. So Alpha is actually based in Johor. Toronto is based in central peninsula of Malaysia, KL, and I'm sure you heard of Kenanga Bank. So I would proudly like to say that Cloud Design Studio are among the earliest players in East Malaysia to be competing among these players in Malaysia. So what are we asking for? It's very simple. We're just asking for 50K for 8% equity of the company. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's make this work. Let's make Sarawak to be among the states able to stand on the same par with other states in Malaysia. And basically, this is our business model. The biggest cost of our so-called service is actually to purchase data. So data from Bloomberg, data from MQL5, NASDAQ, New York Stock Exchange, and then also legal and also bank negara licensing. Because we don't want to sound like a unicorn, or a scam. So we need to have all this legal and bank negara licensing to back us up as a legit business. So I think that's all from me. So if you have any inquiries, don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
A round of applause for Chris Edward. And we open the floor for the judges. Any questions, sir? No comments? All right. So now, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause again for Cloud Design Studio from Chris Edward. Terima kasih. And now we have reached to the final startup picture for today. Okay, so we're all excited, and just a friendly reminder, after this, we shall give way to our judges to deliberate the results, yeah? And tanpa melengahkan masa yang ditunggu-tunggu, we present to you on stage, please welcome from Neko Robotics, Ryan Dixon.
Hello, good morning, and it's almost afternoon. Think, create, and innovate. We are Neko Robotics. Okay, this is our pre-seed funding pitch. Now, who are we? We are specialized in STEM educations, robotics, IoT, and project consultations, and prepare for educations and you name it, competitions. Now, robotics, it's not a new thing, and it's still in demand. So, the MOE, okay, Ministry of Education, set the target to have at least 60% of the graduates in STEM, but not yet reach the targets. So why it's happened? So we need to scale down and find the problems. So the problems comes when the MOE want the teachers to conduct a STEM activity, but the teachers are so busy. Okay, they have their own work. They don't have time to learn code and teach code. And then some other privileged students outside the area of Kuching, okay, any cities, they have these problems where they don't have any privilege or opportunity to explore the robotics. And also, it's expensive. So, how we solve this? We go to see them. We cannot expect them to come here to the cities, so we go there, okay? And find a cheaper price or solution for them can afford the robotic kits. Now prepare the students for competitions and help them to build prototypes. So this can make them more interested in the robotics. Now, the market. So we're targeting this area, outskirts of Kuching, you name it. Lunduk, Bau, Padawan, Serian, Samahan, Sajaya, Semeriang, Sentubong, Siburan also, okay, YB. And the products and services we offer, okay, we have training books, we have modules, we have videos, and robotic kits upcoming, still in design, and project design and consultations, robotics and electronic rentals. Why you need to buy if you can rent, right? So for the short-term use, this is the good solutions. Now, who we sell this? So obviously to the MOE, when they want to conduct some STEM activity, we can go there. You want to go further, we can go there, no problem. Okay? For the institutions or schools, you want some mentors, we can come to you. And you want to rent some electronics or robotics, we can give. Okay? Do follow our Instagrams. This is our style, how we want to approach them, approach our customer. Okay. Now we have websites, still under prototype, but yes, it can be used. And then my favorite way, word of mouth. Now, we recognize this pattern, how we want to execute this all activity and when, okay? Now it's June, it's final year and project seasons, and we do some projects right now, okay? After this, we will focus on business development, product development, and then aim for the next seasons to teach robots. Now, to execute this, we need some small seats, okay? Not that big, around 80K ringgit to cover OPEX and CAPEX. Now, we need to go step by step. Start small. Well, right now we just operate inside our room, so our room just a bit messy with electronics, tool and nuts right there. So we need to find a good office to conduct robotics mentoring session and so on, to register business, recruit some more mentors and engineers, or maybe trainers, fresh grad, okay? And then step 2, create a better website, create products, and maybe one day we can have our own products from Sarawak itself, robotics product. Now, as I said, execute first, intro ourselves to the market, scale up and expand, okay? From service, we go to products, one by one, not a problem. Now, our ongoing project, as I said, we do services, okay? We help them to prepare for Robot Challenge later on July, okay? So after this, tomorrow I will go to the school and then meet the students, okay? Then I also have this white paper processing prototype for Unima student for his final year projects. So I help them to build it. Now, for now, only 2 of us doing this project. I'm Ryan, the founder of Neko Robotics, and Albert. I think one of you maybe know him, Albert. We do mentoring, we do coding, we do projects, and we love robots and innovations. So, you can find me anywhere, wearing jeans and handsome. I'm Ryan, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ryan Dixon from Neko Robotics. Any questions or comments from the judges?
Hey Ryan. Yep.
Hello.
It's good that you put all the comments we did Friday. Again, probably you should highlight which university are you from again?
I'm fresh grad from German Malaysian Institute.
Oh, German.
Yeah,
okay,
German.
Okay, all right. Is there a plan to create the module for your training? And
Yes, we have, and we need to recruit some other people in creative industry lah. For example, we want a fresh grad lah, because they have these creativity things. And right now we are referring, not copying, just refer certain module that available inside the market. Okay, we need to modify a bit to meet our goal. For example, we want our module to be a problem-based learning, because we're targeting, as I mentioned before, we are targeting this one.
Early
Form
school
4,
sessions, yeah.
Yeah, Form 4 and Form 5 students. So they can learn, but learning should be done lower form or sekolah rendah like that. So from Form 5, they need to think how to apply.
I like the way you're trying to promote the awareness.
Okay.
And starting at a very early stage. But I think you should also consider testing your model, probably create an online session.
Yeah, sure.
And get some feedback, you know, and like you said, sharing real life solutions in robotic, you know, painting the picture. And yeah, good luck in your endeavor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. And any more questions? If there are none, we'd like to say a big, okay, one more.
All right, sure.
Just wondering, have you done any market validation on this? I realize that you have the some traction with the MRSM and so on, but you say that you want to focus on rural area where you can go there, right?
Yep.
Is that right?
Yes,
So have you done the market validation, meaning that are all these rural students interested on this or not?
Somehow, when I did my market validations, at first, I have some networks with MSM teachers and so on, right? But, and also I asked certain people inside here, some people, and they asked me, how about people from rural area? Okay, it just new, and I was thinking like, oh, okay, why not? So then, right now, we pivot back, okay? We think back our business model, because at first we just want to teach robotics, okay? So we target the general people, but the thing is, what I found, competitors here, yeah, in Kuching itself, almost similar business model and so on. And then we don't want to disrupt the market at first. So that's why we want to go outside and then go outside the outskirts, teach robotics, teach STEM, and to validate the market. It's just a suggestions, and we want to experiment the suggestions. Is it true or not?
Yeah, so when you want to start a new business, you need to validate first.
Yeah.
It's not that someone suggests and suddenly you want to go into that direction, because the one that are suggesting is not really his pain.
Yeah.
You need to understand whether that's the real pain or not. It might end up that you go there, you try to educate, and then you will spend too much time on educating, while maybe the fastest way is just to compete with them.
Yep.
And how you want to be different from them. I'm not saying that what you are doing is not good, but the thing is that you need to solve the people pain. And I'm wondering whether the rural area punya students are they really interested to learn about all this robotic kind of thing? So that's the one that maybe the first thing that you need to do first before you go to all the
this business plan. That's my thoughts on this.
It will inside our checklist after this. Right. Thank you. Any?
Yeah, just building on that as well, Ryan, because
Okay.
it's good that you're going outside in rural areas, but all this also there's cost into it.
Sorry, it's not the rural areas. It's suburban area.
Okay, fine.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
still,
okay,
there's cost into it when you want to go, outside. So again, building on that, it's good for you to test and see what are they doing.
All right.
And from there, you build your own strategy.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ryan from Neko Robotics. So, baiklah, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, we have finally seen all of the startup to pitch their presentations to all of us here today. I want to say also, it's not easy. I salute each and every one of you. Put the business aside, I give you full respect. It's not easy to stand in front here and talk and share your ideas. Betul tak? Betul. So, give them a big round of applause, please. So, ladies and gentlemen, we shall give way 10 minutes for the deliberation of the marks. And kita ingin mempersilakan Yang Berhormat Datuk bersama dengan Cik Mansur and also the judges to kindly go to the VIP holding room for the deliberation of marks. And at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, you can have this for your toilet break. Please come back to the auditorium in 10 minutes where we shall announce the winners. See you in a short while. Thank you very much. Back inside here, man. No, this is not a good sign, bro. Baiklah, we welcome back Yang Berhormat Datuk bersama dengan Cik Manzur, and I think in a short while we shall receive also the names and the startups who have made it to the top 5. Baiklah, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, hadirin yang dimuliakan, our respected judges have made their way back to the auditorium, which means the results are out and will be in my hand shortly. Jadi, may I have your kind cooperation for all our guests on board to come and take your seats. Baiklah, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, ladies and gentlemen. The results are in my hand. But before that, let us again just recap on what we had today. Jadi tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, we had 12 startups who joined the Pre-Accelerator Bootcamp. 10 were selected for the finals. And today kita ada 10. And let's run them through one more time. Let's give them a big round of applause too. For the first one was Farm Vest, Tikuan, Fine Wear, Rahman Cleaning Services, Satok Bridge Digital, My Capsule Hotel, Flows Esto, Rapid Barber, Cloud Design Studio, and Neko Robotics. Indeed, all of you made a great presentation. To all of us here today, yang datang pun, we learned a lot, right? Yes. We also benefited. Kalau anda nak invest, boleh invest sekejapnya. Yeah? Okay, and also not to forget, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, I want to take this opportunity also to say a big thank you to our respected judges. Please give a big round of applause for Mr. Kamarul A Muhamed, founder and CEO of Aerodyne Group. And also a big round of applause for Mr. Sheikh Izzaidin, CEO of Agent to You. And also a big round of applause for Mr. Hanif Tamin, Head of Pitchin Academy. Thank you so much. Dan tidak dilupakan juga tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, kita ingin mengucapkan jutaan terima kasih kepada tetamu kehormat majlis. Let's give a big round of applause for the Honorable Datuk Dr. Jerip Anak Susil for being with us today, sir. Thank you very much, sir. So now the moment we all have been waiting for. Saya ingin mempersilakan Encik Manzur Hayat Han to accompany Yang Berhormat Datuk bersama dengan our respected judges to go up on stage for the presentation of the check. And for your information, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, TEGAS Pre-Accelerator Bootcamp ini and the winners, as mentioned by Yang Berhormat Datuk tadi, will go home with a special grant from Cradle via the My Startup Sarawak initiative amounting to 2,500 ringgit each. And they will also enjoy free access to TDV in Kuching and TDIH in Bintulu and in Miri. So for all the winners, there will be 5 winners today. So we like to invite them. The urutan adalah to go up on stage, receive your check, and come down here and wait. And all 5 will go front here to take the final photo. So are you ready? Yeah, ngantok dah kita orang na, very tired. So are you ready to hear the 5 top winners? Yes, we are all excited in no corresponding order. The first 5 winner is Tikuan. Congratulations, Alif Tikuan. Tahniah, Alif. You can kindly wait here with me on the floor. And our next winner, a big round of applause for Rahman Cleaning Services. Tahniah dan syabas. So you have a lot of houses to clean soon, yeah? Thank you very much and congratulations. And our next winner, a big round of applause for Satok Bridge Digital. We'd like to also call Lavinder's partner, Mr. Rizal. Congratulations, Satok Bridge Digital. I do look forward to using your app soon. And our next winner number 4. Please welcome on stage and a big round of applause for My Capsule Hotel. Congratulations to My Capsule Hotel. Congratulations. And the 5th winner. For those who did not make it, never give up. You can join again and build your dreams and fulfill your dreams. And the final 5th winner for today's event is Cloud Design Studio. Congratulations to Chris Edward. Congratulations one more time. And now we'd like to invite all our winners to stand in front of the stage and invite Yang Berhormat Datuk bersama dengan Encik Manzur and the judges for a group photo. So, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, there you have it, the 5 winners for the TEGAS Pre-Accelerator Bootcamp batch number 5. Tepukan gemuruh untuk mereka semua. I want to also invite, sir, if I may have your time, to invite the 5 other startups to join in the group photo. Boleh? Silakan, come. We invite the rest of them. So ladies and gentlemen, we look forward to batch number 6, insyaAllah. And congratulations to a successful batch number 5. Dengan itu, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, it brings us to the end of the event. We would like to say a big thank you again to the Honorable Datuk Dr. Jerip Anak Susil for being with us here today. We would also like to say a big thank you to Acting CEO, Mr. Manzur Hayat Han, and also our respected judges. With that note, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, kita ingin mengucapkan kepada anda semua tahniah dan syabas. Thumbs up. Thank you very much. Congratulations. With that note, kita ingin mempersilakan our distinguished guests for lunch in the VIP lounge. And also our guests semua sekali, terima kasih for being with us here today to show your support for all of the startups. We hope to see you real soon. For those celebrating Gawai, it's not too late. Selamat Hari Gawai. And also, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, don't forget to like the TEGAS Digital Village Facebook page and the TEGAS page. Do follow if you have not yet followed. Dengan itu kami mengucapkan wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Sekian, terima kasih.